He's dating a woman who can do way better than him. Now, the woman he's dating, her name's Cacelia. And one day, Cacelia reconnects with one of her old college flings, Mario. And she hasn't seen Mario in a while, and they're both originally from Brazil, but now they both live in Sydney, Australia. So they think, why not try dating? So they start dating for a while, and I guess things are going okay. Because eventually, Mario moves into her apartment with her. Here's the thing about Mario, though. He's unemployed. And since he doesn't have a job, he's always hanging around doing nothing. And so Cacelia starts to feel suffocated by him. And over time, she starts to pull away from him. Now here's the other thing about Mario. He's a pretty controlling guy. And as she pulls away from him, of course, he tries harder to control her. Like he's always checking to see who she's talking to, like, who are you talking to? Sometimes he even takes her phone or her computer to like snoop on her. And Cecilia's friends, they start to notice that she's not happy around him. And they're like, girl, you need to ditch this guy. And eventually she's like, you know what? You're right. And so she goes and she breaks the news to Mario that the relationship is just not working for her. And after about a year of dating, boom, she officially breaks up with him. And of course, Mario is devastated. I mean, he feels like he can't lose her. I mean, he could never do better than her. So he just refuses to accept her decision, and he refuses to move out of her place. And he just keeps on living there. And then he kind of starts stalking her. And this is really scary for Cacelia. So she's like, fuck all this, and she leaves her own apartment. And she starts staying over at her friends' houses or crashing in hotels just to be away from him. And finally, after a period of doing all this, she's had enough of his weird stalkery behavior. And she gives him an ultimatum. Get all your shit and get the hell out of my apartment or else. And Mario, he doesn't take this well. Like, he's not happy, but he's like, ugh, fine. And so he moves out and everything seems to be finally resolved. No, it's not. At one point, Cacelia flies from Sydney to where her friend lives all the way over in Perth. So she's visiting some friends, and when they see how worked up and anxious she is over the whole Mario situation, they're like, why didn't you report this weirdo to the police? And of course, Cacelia didn't report him to the police. Now, she definitely wants Mario out of her life, but she's also a really nice person. She's not vindictive enough to want to get him in trouble or get him deported back to Brazil, so she never reported him. But then, she somehow learns that Mario just booked a flight back to Rio de Janeiro. So she thinks, sweet, he's finally moving away. He's going back to Rio. He'll be out of the country. And she finally, after a long while, feels safe enough to go back to her apartment. Here's the thing, though. Mario has no intention of getting out